Did you know that some of the most well-known performers in Korea are also the most despised, and not usually for the reasons you might think? We're delving deeply into the startling truth of the top 5 most hated Korean actors of our time today. Scandals are the basis for some dislike, but what about the rest? To be honest, it's absurd. Number 5 will leave you stunned, so stay with me through to the very finish. Let's start by discussing Chaun Wu. You would assume that having beauty would be advantageous, wouldn't you? However, it has become a curse for him. Cruel remarks erupt on social media whenever he is cast in a new program. People claim he can't act and accuse him of landing gigs based solely on his appearance. The unfortunate thing is that this hatred begins before his dramas ever premiere. The attacks start as soon as his name is called. Things grew so terrible during the island drama that fans had to constantly defend him, which made matters worse. In interviews, he has acknowledged that the continuous criticism makes him more anxious, which impacts his performance. He receives criticism, loses confidence, and then receives more criticism. It's a vicious cycle. He is too attractive for his own good. Hyan comes next. He fell from grace quickly and cruelly. Through his contentious 2019 divorce with Koo Hye-sun, the once-adored heartthrob's life took a drastic turn. What ought to have been a private conflict turned into a highly visible one. She accused him of talking negatively about her behind her back, cheating, and drinking excessively. Even private chats were disclosed by her. Public swiftly sided with her, portraying Hyan as the antagonist. His weak-sounding comments, which gave the impression that he was playing the victim, didn't help. His career consequently collapsed. He lost advertisements, projects were shelved, and his attempts at a comeback continued to encounter harsh criticism. Then there's Steve Yu, also known as Yu Sung-joon, a name that still incites ire in Korea. He surrendered his Korean citizenship in order to avoid being called up for military service back in 2002. It was considered the ultimate treachery. People felt deceived by his decision to become an American citizen because he had centered his entire persona on being a proud Korean. His exclusion from the nation remains in effect to this day. Subsequent scandals, including allegations of improper conduct, only exacerbated the situation. Even younger admirers who weren't alive at the time recognize his name as a sign of treachery. Jizu from Blackpink now. Despite her widespread popularity as a K-pop idol, she faces harsh criticism for her acting. Her 2021 drama Snowdrop marked the beginning of it, and her 2025 zombie serial Notopia made it worse. People felt she lacked talent and criticized her facial expressions and accent. Some suggested that rather than leaping into leads, she ought to have begun with minor roles. Criticism persisted even after she made progress. It appears that her fame simply made things more difficult. And lastly, Seo Yi. The industry was rocked by her scandal. She allegedly influenced her ex-boyfriend, actor Kim Young-hyun, on how to conduct among female co-stars according to released text conversations. According to reports, her advice to avoid touching them and to avoid being nice had an impact on his dramatic performance. Similar accounts from other people surfaced, portraying her as an emotional manipulator. Her reputation was damaged, projects were shelved, and she vanished from the public eye virtually overnight. Which of these examples most surprised you, then? The animosity these celebrities encounter, sometimes justifiable, sometimes unjust, serves as a reminder of how quickly things can shift in the entertainment industry. Watch through to the finish, then leave a comment with your ideas.